day one of the build. I took all the bars out of the box, sorted them into individual piles and counted them, and I discovered that some of the bars were missing, so I ordered them, and while I was waiting I did what I could do, and it was to assemble the uprights, so when I get the parts that are missing, at least the rest of it's ready to go. Day two, we were leveling the ground with a big mound of dirt at the front and a big crater from the dog. All had to be leveled out. I had lots of help today and lots of entertainment.
There, stay back there, I got Charlie. Why do you keep calling it his dirt? I feel like a man. Why do you keep calling it his dirt? Hey, you pick you up. Go and get his dirt.
Day three was the beginning of a slow period for me. I had fallen and fractured my pelvis, so there wasn't a whole lot that I could do. But to get something done, I was cutting the wood sitting down. I was cutting pieces to go on the bottom of the posts to keep the frost from heaving them up, but it turned out I never used them anyways. But at least I felt like I was getting something done. Day four wasn't very productive either. Cody had a little bit of time to spare, so he came over to help me cut some wood. We were using my cheap battery saw, and we only cut as long as it would last, and that wasn't very long. Day five was a slow day as well, but I got a little bit more done. I'm starting to prepare the posts to be put in the ground, drilling the holes in them for the bolts to attach pieces together. Day six, and I got one of the corner posts finished. A little bit more work involved in these ones, so it took a little bit longer. Day 7, I needed more 1-foot pieces to finish off the posts. So what I decided to do was cut a foot off the end of each of the posts that I had complete. That would put them 3 feet in the ground instead of 4 feet in the ground, but that'd still be adequate. Plus I wouldn't have to buy any more lumber. Day 8 of the setup, I had the auger that I rented for today. I had some help, thankfully, because I couldn't have done this on my own. The weather forecast was correct. He said it was going to rain all day, and it's been raining all day. And everything is really, really slick mud with the clay in there. It's just quite greasy. We got the job done, but it wasn't without its issues.
Oh God.
And day 9, I had most of the posts complete and secured in the ground, but because I had some Hardware issues, a couple nuts that weren't the right size. I wasn't able to completely finish, but most of the posts are done. Day 10, I have all the posts now finished, secured in the ground, and I start working on the 2x6s that will make up the base frame that the shelter will anchor to. Day 11, I got the base frame complete. It's all ready for the shelter frame to be anchored to it. Day 12, I finally got the shelter frame put together and all bolted down nice and secure. Day 13, I got the end pieces put on the frame, and as I was preparing to put the top on, unexpected help arrived. So I got the help with that, and the cover now on, everything complete. The shelter is now ready for use. Day 14, got the security fence assembled, and the one side was seriously misaligned. At the time, I had no idea what had gone wrong, but I figured I'd fix that later. Day 15, I fixed the misaligned security fence. Everything's nice and level now and looking good, so I just got to clean it up and get it ready for painting. On day 16, got the first coat of paint on the security fence. Made everything look really nice. Day 17 turned out to be my final day working. All the physical activity I've been doing finally caught up to me. So basically I was re-leveling the ground. After the construction, the ground got all bumpy and mounds and valleys and everything in it, so I had to re-level it by hand. And then my health problems came into play, so everything kind of came to a halt. There's still some things that need to be done, and a couple things I actually did. It didn't take a whole lot of energy to do. So it officially ended on day 17. Here's the shelter all set up. Everything's finally, well, mostly everything's done. All the toys are in there now. I started by making sure I had all the parts, separated them, counted them up, found out I had some missing parts, so I had to order those. And I had a lot of help. I had to level out the ground because I had a big mound of dirt over here and the crater from the dog. Got that all done. Had a lot of help with that. I was very grateful for that. And then I had to start working on the posts that are going in the ground. Got them all done. And the second post in here, I had to lean it outwards because the hole was a little too far in towards the middle. But when I put the 2x4s on it, it just kind of pulled it in a little bit, so it looks a lot better than it was. And I put 2x6 frame down all the way around, attached them to the posts. And they're just frames all bolted to it, except for the front here. A little mess. It's just kind of hanging free right now. Can't really do anything with it until I put the 2x6 on the front, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet for a gate. That's why that hasn't been done yet. Yeah, I'll do that in the spring. It helped digging the holes for the posts. Started digging by hand and discovered there's a lot of clay down there, which made it really, really difficult for digging by hand, so we got an auger, rented that down, and very grateful for the help with that, that's for sure. There's no way I could have dug the holes by hand like I wanted to. So got everything done, got the shelter up, and then I put the 2x4 fence on. It's kind of my security fence. Gave it a coat of paint. I didn't paint the inside. After I put the first coat on, things just kind of went nuts for me. So I was going to put a second coat on, and when I put the second coat on, I was going to lift up the inside, or the sides of the shelter, and put a single coat on the inside, but I never got that far. That doesn't matter. It looks good to the neighbors, that's all I'm worried about. One coat actually covered pretty good, so I'm happy about that. The two posts in the middle were up a little too high, which kind of made the fence a little off kilter a bit. But fix that, get them evened out, cut the tops of the post off to match it. And for some reason I have two doors, a door on the front and a door on the back. So I gotta secure the zippers here. Not 100% sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but the frame at the back is being held down by, I'm not sure if they're clamps or brackets, whatever they're called. They're for electrical conduit. It fits the tubings perfectly. So I got that all done. So everything's anchored down now except for the front ones. And then I put my lights up, which are controlled by my keychain remote. Little box here, that's the receiver for it. It just turns on and off with the remote. Works well. So I still got a few things I need to do. I need to put a shelf along the edge here. I'm not sure 1 tier, 2 tiers yet. I'd like to do 2, but given the energy I now have, it'll probably only be 1 if I even get it done this year. But the whole idea of it is to get the chargers up off the ground. Because once the snow starts flying, it's going to blow underneath the sides of the shelter, so protect everything there. I get my batteries up off the ground too. Very special batteries these are, and hopefully next summer you'll find out why I have them. A little dirty, they're brand new, but I get actually fire extinguisher powder on them. No particular reason, it's just something got dropped on it, so. So I started working on this October 7th and finished November 8th. So basically took about a month. I did a lot of the work myself, so the hard stuff I had help with, but everything else I did on my own. But out of that month, only 17 actual working days. So it took a little while, but got it done. I'm happy now.